Hello, 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 hello. Welcome. Let's go. Select stream. I don't think it's that one. There it is. Wow, it is excellent. It is excellent to be here. No sound problems. That's what I'm talking about, Cass. What's up, Vinny? Steve Baldwin? Hey, hey, hey. How are we doing, guys? Do you like my new setup? Gonna wait for a couple people to get in the chat. Paxton's here. Very good. I went on a run this morning. What I was running from, I don't know. Frida is right there. She's still here. She's with Nosferatu. I went on a run this morning. Hilariously slow run, but I saw on TikTok that that's how you're supposed to run, is hilariously slow. So I feel like I look really tan. Every day I think about buzzing my head. I just want to let you guys know that. And probably the biggest reason I don't do it is so you guys won't make fun of me. But I get to talk to way more people when I have a buzzed head. Because I look much better. And I look a little scarier, which I kind of like. I like looking scary and then having the voice of a goddamn angel. It feels good that way. But yeah. That is pretty much it. What are we at? We're almost at 5. Do whatever makes you feel confident. Yeah, that is a good point. I could do that. I could just simply do that. Yeah, right now I'm in between. I'm in between lengths. Lullaby hotline length, and here goes nothing length. You know, it's kind of a sad thing when it's somebody that you've hooked up with's birthday, but you know there's no point in actually texting them happy birthday. And that's like the final sign of you'll simply never speak again on purpose. There's a person who I saw whose birthday today. Don't think I'll say it. Don't think I would mean it even if I said it, to be honest. I don't really care if they do or not. Happy birthday seems like more like a command. Okay, good. I'm going to load these questions up. Sounds like a good premise for a song. Just called Happy Birthday. Parentheses, not really. Okay. Here we go. Am I coming to Salt Lake, Utah for tour? In the fall, yes. Do you ever plan on releasing Baby Camry or Blue and Gray? They are my favorite songs. You know, maybe one day if I find the right production for them. Blue and Gray got close. Baby Camry, I don't know. Oh, can I say who asked? Ava Elmore asked me both of those questions. If you had to, and Ava Elmore also asked, if you had to get tattoos for this album like you did for Here Goes Nothing, what would they be? I would probably get tattoos removed. That would be the tattoos I would get, is the removal of them. It'd be nice to remove some of these guys, but you live and you learn. What was the inspiration for the song The Diary of Living? It's everything and more. How could it possibly be more if it's already everything? Who am I to you guys? Am I God? How could it be everything and more? I appreciate it, though. None of you said it, but you guys were all thinking it. Wow, Ava Elmore is literally here. Okay. One of the 13 people here. Very cool. Which ones would I get removed? Probably the house one. What was the inspiration for the song The Diary of Living? My beautiful friend Bruno. He had an idea for this song, and then I sort of ran with it. And I think it's like the forgiveness of parents is the real meaning behind it. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. What was the inspiration for Boardwalk Royalty? My nephew. Deluxe Win by KB Knockout. KB Knockout. I know you as Kennedy. So does everybody here. We are doing a very, very special deluxe situation, kind of. We're doing a very, like an in-between thing that's a little confusing, but it is going to be very beautiful and very intentional, and that is all I can say about it right now. Favorite track? I definitely love The Hopefuls. That's one of my favorites. Can you ever see yourself making an acoustic album like Bruce Springsteen's Nebraska? I certainly can. That would be actually very fun to do. Okay, Cat Inside the Box. Can you please put Kiss Her With Your Car on Spotify? Asking for a friend. Friend is me. No. But it is in the Discord. Good songs can go in the Discord. Great songs get to go on Spotify. Sorry that wasn't album related. What earrings do you wear? Because I love them. Madison Justice. I wear, these are from Amazon.com, I'm pretty sure. But I would definitely get ones that are this size if they were real gold from somewhere else, if somebody has the plug. I must know the connection between Dead Right and Crying Interlude. Honestly, I actually had a completely different melody there. It just wound up being the same thing when Ely, one of the producers, was like, oh, it should be this. And I was like, that's actually something I already have. I think we would all love that, if we did that. So, Steve, thank you. I think so, too. But I think Bruce Springsteen had a lot of fully produced albums before he did have that Nebraska one, if I recall. I wonder when he put that out in terms of how many albums he had, because doing that on like my third album is a little strange. Not strange, but like it's definitely a choice. I feel like his Nebraska album really slaps because you have the context of these big arena bangers. Without that big arena bangers, I'm not sure if that album has the same pull. So, or a live album. Live album would be cool. Most difficult song to write was Room on Your Shoulder. That just took the longest. Caslin M. Deluxe When. You guys have already heard what I think about Deluxe. It'll be great. I promise you. The album will be very, very cool. Which song took the shortest amount of time to write? I would say This Thing of Ours was written in a day. That was just one day. And Steve, yes, it was actually not supposed to be acoustic. I remember that. And speaking of, will I release the longer version of this thing of ours? Mentioned it in a previous live stream. Yeah, potentially. And also maybe we'll even release it the way that it was written, which is on piano. Favorite lyrics on the album? A lover is an enemy you choose to keep forgiving. Classic. Trying to be one of the hopefuls, a dying breed among all the locals. I can dance with the devil or take my chance to make it out alive. Danny Spadaro asked, is it possible to unrelease? Okay, next question. Which song took the shortest amount of time to write? Got you. Was there any song that you had a vision for but turned out very differently? No. Maybe Boardwalk Royalty because it was originally Saturn. That's how I originally wrote it. And then when I got the challenge to write a big intro song for the album, then it was like, okay, gonna do that. Seth, yes, I am. I actually just got that ready. Hold on, I can literally prove it to you. I have a little link to it.
One day you'll be lost and one day you'll be found, holding your ground, holding it down for everyone here but yourself.
Funny, actually, Seth, here, let me tell you a little secret, Seth. When you gave me the Marty Brodeur jersey, I actually haven't told you guys anything about this, but I can't say much about this, but I have a very secret, almost job with the New Jersey Devils, and I actually sent a picture of it to my boy at the Devils, who is best friends with Marty, and I was like, hey, you guys got to get these jersey colorways back on the market because we would buy these because they're so amazing, And then, yeah, Marty was like, yeah, we love these jerseys. So it's funny, it actually got back to him. Then he sent me a video. Marty sent me a video about listening to my album, which is hilarious. What do they want with me? Your boy has some good ideas, just saying. Unfortunately, I watched this piece of shit team for 20-something years. So, okay, back to the questions. Please do a production background breakdown of Lightweight. Can't do that right now. Sorry. Faithfully at Red Rocks for Briston. If you see Briston's tour manager, tell her I said hello. She's my tour manager, and her name is Michaela, and she's the best person on earth. And you can tell her I said that. Was it difficult writing about such heavy topics? No, I think because I've experienced with them before. They're hard to sing sometimes, but writing it is fine. Has the way you felt about these songs changed since you first wrote them? Galen Lee. No, not really. I felt really good about them when I wrote them, and now I still feel really good about them. Yeah. Tongue for feet or feet for tongue? Next. What inspired the title track? Notion. The difficulty of being a parent. Brave Mistakes. When's the deluxe version coming out? And why don't I have tickets purchased for the fall yet? Okay. You will have both soon. I promise. My question is, can you follow me back on here so when I tag you, I don't have to go public? Sorry, Cameron. I guess I can. But will I? Who knows? What was the hardest song to write lyrically on The Diary of Living? Probably Suburban Siddhartha, because it's just about a sore subject. But yeah. Okay, that is all the questions. That took way shorter than I anticipated. Um, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Do you guys have any other questions for me? My 17 faithful viewers. It's okay if no. Go enjoy the rest of my day, you know? I'm not looking. Cass, you got to put it in the chat. I don't trust you. Yeah, but that's basically, those are some questions about the Diary of Living. Also, this is just about the album, and then basically none of them were about the album. But it is okay. We are here. We are alive. I have club soda. Driving New York to Los Angeles in July, Liam. Very cool. If you're doing it in July, go through Chicago. Go see Chicago. It's amazing there. I know it's a little out of the way, but you were super professional. I'm sure you were. Okay, Jay Vereen. How did you know which direction you wanted to go production-wise for this album? I think it's exactly what I wanted to do for the last album too, which was, well, actually not really. This one I really wanted to make sound as live as possible. And really sing my ass off. That was the general consensus of my wants and needs, was to make it sound as live and thumpy as I could. Yeah, that's kind of the direction I want to go in more, which I kind of did a little bit. For the Lullaby Hotline, it was more like a mixtape, and then I think I went too far into like the sad, quiet direction for Here Goes Nothing, maybe more than I wanted to. But there's still such beautiful parts of that album that I love. But then this one, I wanted it to be way more direct, I think is the right word. You know, the intention behind this album was very direct. So, any chance of releasing future albums on CDs? Yeah, I think maybe this one we might for the fall tour. And I will be coming back to Tennessee, Griffin, in the fall for sure. We're going to be doing Nashville again. If I get another pet, what would it be? I don't know. Maybe another cat. What would the name be? Maybe Amadeus. Vinny, do you have a list of titles or concept ideas in a notebook or your phone that you turn to when you're writing? Yes. I have a note on my notes called Fuel. And that's where I put every single thing. Now, I've been doing it like for the last like couple months, and it really helps. But then every morning, I wake up with my cup of coffee and just write as much as I can in like a big notebook, which I don't know where it is right now, but it's somewhere in this vicinity. Oh, it's in my bag because I went somewhere today. So I really love that. That helps a lot. And then I record it with this. I try to stay away from my phone as much as possible in the morning, which is a really hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to do all day. And if anybody has any advice about not being on your phone, you let me know. South Carolina and North Carolina will both get one show. And please come to both of them, because last time we did too many. And we did a show which was what Matt Olson coined the term sold in. We did some very sold in shows. Seth, I am going to do sort of a deluxe version of the album, and I'm very excited for you guys all to see it. The packaging is going to be beautiful. Yeah. Do you ever listen to Fruit Tree by Nick Drake that I reckon? No, but I don't know if I've listened to that one, but I have listened to a wild amount of Nick Drake in the past couple days. Actually, it's not that wild. It's just regular amount. Um, who is somebody that I would love to collaborate with in the future? Genuinely, like somebody who's attainable, I would definitely like to write with Matt Maltese one day. Sorry if you've already talked about this, but how long have the songs from the album been cooking? Conceptually, sure, but are any of these from a vault from a long time coming? Not exactly. Like, the earliest one I wrote technically would be Saturn, or Room on Your Shoulder. Like, those ones are a long time coming. But then since then, like Lightweight, I wrote in like 2 days and knew that I loved the song. So it's kind of been like that. Like Lightweight was very done once the album came out. Like, once the album came together, I was like, okay, this is how this song fits, because that one can be sort of any sort of position, any sort of genre, any sort of like position on the album. So just figuring it out which one goes with. So, do you come up with song ideas mostly by playing by yourself or while jamming with others? Definitely while shedding it by myself, you know. Favorite James Taylor song? I guess it's not really his song, but when you're down in trouble and you need a helping hand. Wow, Phineas collab would feed families. Well, I already have a Phineas collab technically because we wrote "Start Forgetting Death" together. Leith Ross I would love, but they are I'm not sure if they're very interested in doing collaborations, but I might follow up. We will see. How do you choose your openers for shows when you have openers, of course? Based on like where they're from, how much I love their music, how many tickets they can sell, you know. There's a couple things that go in, but a lot of times just because it's a friend. Up on the Roof, I'll have to check it out. I don't know if Leith hates me. I think she, I mean, I don't know. Some people just don't like doing collaborations. Some people just like to hang, which is totally fine. Leith is very self-sufficient. Like, I would love to write a Leith song, but I don't think Leith needs me. They can do it themselves. Lily, what music have I been listening to lately? I've been listening to a lot of Hadestown. I've been listening to, I finished this audiobook called The Will to Change by Bell Hooks. Let's see what the other one. I listened to, I've been listening, last night I listened to Sound and Color, Alabama Shakes. And then I also listened to Another Life by Horse Vision. What's my dream moment when you grow up? Vashon Jerkins. I just can't wait to go viral. Somebody just has to make me famous, dude. It's a tough one. It's a tough one not being famous. I just need one thing to go viral so I can just do it, really do it forever. But it is nice to sort of earn it and just work my ass off at all times to scrape by. Top 3 venues I want to play: Red Rocks, Madison Square Garden, and I would say like Carnegie Hall. That would be so much fun. Those weren't mine, Adna. I need to go viral for my music. That's it. Yeah. I meant with my music. So. And Lovely's Backyard. Of course. How could I forget? Yeah. Yeah, Seth Thomas. I saw Floyd Collins with Lizzie. She was amazing. She sounded so good. I wasn't expecting it to be that folky, too. Adam on Broadway would eat. Guys, it's going to happen. I feel like it's gonna happen like winter of 2026 or like the beginning of 2027. Do you like Sufjan Stevens? Is the Pope Catholic? Of course. I love. Do you prefer indoor or outdoor shows? Depends. I prefer an indoor show, but I would rather take an outdoor show with a front of house person that I love than an indoor show with a scrub. So I guess it just depends. I can act. I lie to you guys all the time. I act like a nice person all the time in front of you guys. That's so specific. Is there something you want to share? No, not yet. That's good to know. Liam McDonald for Hadestown. But yeah, okay. Well, I guess I'll just wait till I'm done drinking this club soda to leave. Real Estate in the Rain. There's that video of that Goo Goo Doll song in the rain. That's awesome. I wish I had that. Has it ever been difficult to just stay true to what you want to put out there? I mean, yeah. I've definitely felt pressure to do it. And in the times that I felt like I was doing it or that I like succumbed to the pressure of doing it, it's never worked. So like if it's not going to work, I might as well not work doing the thing I love to do. I did answer your Instagram question, Lovely. The Deluxe album is soon, and the tickets are also going to be soon. All of it's going to be announced soon. But the Deluxe album is going to be the materials that I have are inside, but the Deluxe album is going to be a very, very special thing. I keep saying this, but I don't have the things. Actually, if you guys give me literally 3 minutes, less than, I could be explaining these things in real time. Hold on. Let me get it for you guys. 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to take my glasses off for this. We are doing, or I am doing, I have to start saying I have been ferociously working on a deluxe album, and the deluxe album is less about songs being added than it is about materials being added and the intention of materials. So let me show you what I mean by that. I've been working with this beautiful man named Daniel Mason in the UK who has been foraging. He has been foraging items for me in the middle of nowhere in the UK. One is this material. This is. I literally don't know what this says. Von Heck Bourdain. I don't know. But this is. Let's see if I can get the material that the album is going to be made of. The front. It's going to be gold lined with foil. And then we are going to incorporate a notebook, a diary, inside. that also acts as a lyric book with this paper. This paper is from the 1800s. He found a paper factory that has sort of been out of business. And this is going to be a real old school diary. Okay? Then, this is what the lyric book text pages are going to be like in here. We got these materials. This is what the cover is going to be, the lyric book cover. This is also from the late 1800s. This is going to be the outside, okay? Then we found this paper, this photo stock paper that we're going to incorporate. And this is from the 1900s, gloss from the 1900s, with photos cut out. And then on the inside, so this is the material, actually, of the cover. It's hard to see, but it feels incredible. So, this is what I mean by physical vinyl. So then, on the inside, we're not only going to have. Sorry, I should probably put this in the thing. Not only are we going to have a diary for you guys, but we're also going to have a pencil. So it's going to be kind of like this. Oh God, I have to do this thing. There we go, pencil. Pencil with an eraser. And then it is going to be lined. It is going to be lined and bound, the lyric book / diary, with this thickness of rope covered in gold foil. There's going to be a couple extra special things about it. Those are just the materials. But all of it is very intentional. And I'm very excited about it. And each pencil is going to be hand sharpened. Each vinyl is going to be hand burned and relicked to fit for each one. So there's going to be 100 made. And there'll be a letter from me. I think there's going to be a letter from me inside. I can't promise that one just yet, but I think that is the case. So we're going to make 100 of them. And there'll be something in each one that is very individual to that specific one. So there's a lot coming, but this is what I've been working on for the last couple weeks. And yeah, it might be pretty expensive. They're costing a lot to make, and we will be selling them for less than what we paid for to make them. So we'll be losing money on each of them, I'm sure. But it is something that means a lot to me, and I wanted to do it. And yeah, it'll be cool. But if you guys, we might also combine it with you buy one of these, you get a ticket to any show, any show you want, you and a +1. So we're going to figure out ways to make it worth it for everybody. And yeah, it'll be cool. But yeah, we're also going to have casts. We'll probably bring a handful of them / if there's only 100, probably all of them on tour with us in the fall and selling them there. So but I can't promise that they won't sell out before because it is only 100 of them. So, um, yeah, that'll be the move. Um, okay. Well, this has been very fun. I'm sort of at the end of my. Say happy pride or else, Jillian. I don't have a price range for them yet. I know how much they are costing, and so I don't know how I don't know how much we're gonna like be able to sell them for, where people would actually want to buy them. It is certainly not the price that where I'm paying for them, though. But all of this is very intentional, and yeah, I really care about this stuff, and I really wanted this to feel like the diary, and this is just as important to me as um, this is just as important to me as making the music sound good, sound great, and writing the songs and making them sound great, and the deserving nature of the music to be presented this way without sounding too esoteric or too like pretentious about it. But yeah, I wanted to give you guys, this is like a once in a lifetime album for me to be able to make, and I wanted to give you guys a once in a lifetime sort of experience and package to be able to enjoy um, with it. So yeah, the paper stocks. I mean, like all of it. It's like very like it feels like Oliver Twist. Like it's really really helpful, and I get to share a lot more of the stories that I want to, um, incorporating in some physical photos and stuff. So yeah. Kevin Fernando, can I get that mic or these glasses if I buy the deluxe album? I can't promise the mic. The mic is very special to me, but maybe the sunglasses. Maybe we can work something out. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I'll probably, my signature will be on even on the inside. So, um, but yeah, we'll probably bring them on tour um, with us. Um, I have to see. I have to see when I can get them. Very excited about it though. It'll be like, and it's with we were, also I want to say this too, the vinyl that we are selling for $30 and $60 signed, like those vinyls are also so special. I mean, like we're getting, all of the, like I really wanted to have it sound amazing, so that's why I didn't do the color stock. I know that there's some people who do color stocks and, like dyed vinyl and plastic stuff, but those ones objectively sound worse. Like it's made out of just a different material, and it's still called vinyl, and that is why I want it. It looks less cool, but it it all sounds so much better and deserving, and it genuinely sounds like if you have like a good record setup, that would be like in some places the best version of the album, um, so. But yeah, but Kaylin, Cass, we'll get them to Canada, um, but I can't promise that I'll be able to save any if they all sell out. So. But yes, Steve, the sound quality is key. I think all of it is key for it. So, will the band be the same in the fall? Unfortunately, not. Dario is on tour with Leve. So, but he is free the second half, so maybe I'll get him for the second half. But yeah, we're gonna have a different bass player for sure for the tour. Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna go, but love you all. Thank you for being here for this question and answer period. Now that I have this set up again, It took me a while to get the studio like this, but I'm very happy it happened. I'll probably go live sort of randomly throughout the days to come. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. Okay. Bye bye.